Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now October 10th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of fans have truly been looking forward to other TV shows out there like the Kenobi series, the Ahsoka Tano show, as well as Star Wars Andor. We have a lot coming our way next year of 2022, to say the least. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01. If you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I will be posting fun and entertaining things from time to time and interacting with you guys further. So now that we're approaching the middle of October, alright, we're getting only closer to the official teaser trailer of the Book of Boba Fett, followed by the official first real look at the show on November 12th on Disney Plus Day. Now keep in mind that Robert Rodriguez is the one that's leading this series. He's really making sure that it's going to be all, action-packed. It's not going to have a lot of filler in there. And that, I believe, is one reason why this show is going to succeed. It's going to be constant, very fun action from point A to point B. If you look at The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, it's great as a whole, but there are moments in time in which it does have some filler moments. And that's exactly what Robert Rodriguez is skipping over. He realizes that a lot of fans just want sometimes non-stop action and just non-stop, feelings of being on the edge of your seat, and that's exactly what he's going to do. But anyways, I digress. What's all the more intriguing has everything to do with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. Now, we obviously know that the roadmap of Star Wars is an ever-evolving thing, not just with the TV shows and the movies, but also with the upcoming books, novels, and comics that's only going to add more and more to the Star Wars world. So on top of all of this, what's really intriguing has everything to do with Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from a Star Wars TV show that's really changing everything behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. So now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars universe with projects like Star Wars Ahsoka and Kenobi, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively developing The Mandalorian Season 3, mind you. However, it's described that currently Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is getting ready to walk away and quit from a specific Star Wars TV series that was set to be very controversial as a show to the fandom. Now, recently, Kennedy is said to have been overwhelmed with the direction of Star Wars and exactly where it's all going, and that she holds creative differences between herself and Favreau. Now, Kennedy is described to be actually quitting from a Star Wars show, specifically this one, that is actually said to be a Star Wars The Acolyte spin-off series that was in early development for some time now. Now, a series that Kathleen Kennedy had creative control over, mind you, and that now the show is said to be getting cancelled permanently and will not be returning to production in any phase at all. Now, the main reason for her withdrawal from the series is said to have been rooted to multiple writers leaving the project, and the inability to hire new writers for the show that were up to the task to take control of the new direction for Star Wars as a whole. Now, it's described that also that Kathleen Kennedy wanted Leslie Headland to become a part of the Acolyte spin-off series, and that Leslie Headland didn't show much interest in hopping on board of the show as of yet, creating more setbacks that was actually an ongoing thing for several months now. So let me just stop right here for a second. Leslie Headland, of all people, didn't want to be involved with this second show that was affiliated with Kathleen Kennedy. Let that sink in for a moment there. Now, further on top of all this, Disney CEO Bob Chapek even had to step in and inform Kathleen Kennedy that the show was just not working with the multiple setbacks, and so Kathleen Kennedy recently made the final decision to walk away from the project. Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from the series happened before Disney decided to cancel the series altogether, and that now this show will be replaced with a brand new series that is going to be aimed more for the hardcore fans, that will involve familiar faces and characters that are actually from Star Wars Legends instead. Now, though Kennedy is still working on the Acolyte show, her second show was this one that she stepped down from. Another factor into Kennedy quitting from the series also had to do with actress Brie Larson showing no interest in getting involved as the character Maeve in the series. They were aiming to drop this series in 24, just 1 year after the plan for the Acolyte to drop in 23. Creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni already have a great plan to fill the slot with a new show that is going to fall directly in line with the vision by George Lucas and more. Now, Kennedy stepping down from this project is beginning to make the writers of The Acolyte wonder if she will also step down from the Acolyte series, given that she is said to have been presenting lots of frustration with the show, of setbacks for the show, mainly that had a lot of production issues from time to time, and it's creating a very difficult situation for Lucasfilm to stay on their release schedule. So as far as The Acolyte goes, I don't know if you guys knew this, but The Acolyte actually was supposed to release next year, and that is not happening anymore. So given that they had all these different setbacks, all these different delays from many of the writers getting kicked off the show or getting fired by Kathleen Kennedy, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago as well, that show is now being pushed over to 2023. So you're not going to see The Acolyte for quite some time now. And it's going to be if that, right? It really makes you wonder if it's even going to release in 23 at this point. But focusing on this new development that Kathleen Kennedy was working on the Acolyte TV spin-off series that was going to focus more so on some of the other characters, and how she stepped down and quit from that project before it was officially canceled by Bob Chapek, the Disney CEO. It really does make you wonder exactly, you know, why don't they just hang up on the Acolyte show, right? It seems to only be causing problems. It seems to only be delaying the process of a part of the Star Wars universe, and it could also be a very great opportunity for Disney to fill in better shows for that slot. But anyways, you know, moving on, I know that there are some fans out there that have hope in the Acolyte show. I myself just don't, still to this day. I know that there's no footage out there, but we're going to have to wait and see exactly what that's going to entail. We already know, number one, it's a mystery thriller. Number two, it takes place roughly 80 years before episode 1. And number three, it's going to have to do with emerging dark side powers. So there's a lot at stake here, because it is based within the High Republic era still, and they are going to be planning to do retcons to the Phantom Menace. That's one thing that a lot of fans are very, I guess you could say, worried or concerned about, is whether or not how extreme Leslie Headland's retcons are going to be for the Acolyte TV show, right? So on top of all of this as well, Kathleen Kennedy is still attached to the Acolyte series. She stepped down and quit from the spin-off series, and I think that was a good call. I think that was a really good thing, the fact that she is now no longer affiliated with 2 projects, only one on a creative level. This one has been pretty much failing for a very long time. We've been talking about this particular project for about a year now, of this project focusing in on the character Maeve strictly, that was going to focus more so on the Jedi gods in a sense, because Maeve is set to be a Jedi god. They're doing a lot of crazy things in the Acolyte, and I think that's one thing that a lot of fans are also a little concerned about, is the fact that Leslie Headland is really doing extreme measures with Star Wars. She really is. She's taking things in a different direction, such as a Jedi god being the main character, and everything around that like. So, overall, guys, you know, let me know what you think about everything below, everything related to Kathleen Kennedy. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.